So today our today's session is simplifying playbook by using the rules. So how to simplify our playbook, and in this we have a role structure and how to use this particular role structure that is defined by the Ansible. So Ansible has its own role structure, and by using this particular role structure we can simplify the playbooks, and how to use this particular role structure that I will learn in this session. So describing role structure. So what is the structure of Ansible role that you can use for the playbook? So as you develop more playbook, you will probably discover that you have many opportunity to reuse code. Suppose if you want to reuse the code from the playbook that is exist on another, it can be another system, it can be your own system, anything. So if you want to use this, so you can also use the Ansible role structure concept from the playbook that you have already written. Suppose you have written some code in a playbook and you want to use this particular code in another project, another concept. So you can also use. See, so I have also used the included and imported files that I use in the previous video and previous chapter also, and we can also use handler also. But what is the main role of Ansible? So Ansible provide a way for you to make it easier to reuse. It means we can, this particular concept reuse means we can use any particular playbook that exists on your system, and you can use this particular playbook for another project, for another task also. So Ansible code generically you can package in standardized directory structure all tasks, variables, files, templates, and other resources needed for provisioning infrastructure or deploy Ansible. So you can use this whole concept. So copy that role from project to the project simply by copying the directory. So you can then simply call that role from a play to execute it. It means we have a lot of playbooks and we want to call that particular playbook in a role. So we can also call that particular playbook in a role also. So a well written role will allow you to pass variable to the role from the playbook that adjusts its behavior, setting all the site specific host name, IP address, username, secret, and locally specified detail as you need. Suppose I will show one example, then you are able to understand what I am saying. So in Ansible, we have some predefined rules. So see this line, some roles are included as the part of RHEL. It means these are the part of Red Hat operating system, Linux. So this is the package that is to be installed on your system. So RHEL system roles package that is to be installed. And we can get numerous community support. It means in Ansible Galaxy, lot of community write that particular role, and according to your requirements, you can download that particular role and do some change according to your environment, and you can use that particular role also. That is written by the communities. So Ansible, from the Ansible Galaxy, we can download this particular role also. That is written by the community. So community also provide the support for you. So what is the role structure? Role structure means, suppose if I want to search my variable, so these are written in this particular file. If I want to search my template, it means Jinja template, so we can search this from this particular location. So role means what is the concept that you want to use, and structure means we have a hierarchy where we can search our data. It means data means if you have written your handler, that is written in this particular file. If you write some files, copy some files, any other is database document, so you can copy this in file folder. Task, if you want to write some task, so you should have to write in this particular file. So this is a structure. So you don't need to write all of these things in a one playbook. So you can write different playbooks in different place, and role structure will automatically take these all playbooks automatically. So it will automatically call these particular playbooks, these particular tasks, these particular templates, handler, variables. Automatically it will call by the role structure. So you don't need to write the path to call, just like include task, export task. So you don't need to like this particular concept. So see this one. Ansible role is defined by the standardized structure. So we have a predefined standardized structure of subdirectories and files. The top level directory defines the name of the role itself. Files are organized into subdirectories that are named according to each file purpose in the role, such as tasks, handlers. So if we have some task related to that project, so we have to write this in task folder, and all the handler defined in handlers, all the files, documents related things that are to be written in files folder, all the templates in template folder. So we have predefined directory structure. Suppose if you want to search anything that is to be required, so you will search in, suppose if you want to purchase the cloth, so where you will go? In a cloth market. Suppose if you want to search a bike, so you will go in a bike market. So according to your requirements, you will go the place where the database is available. So like the same way, Ansible have the predefined structure. If you want to search your task, so all the task is written in task folder, this particular, this one, all the task is written in this particular file. And if you want to search the variable, that is written in this particular file. And if you want to search the handler, what is the handler that is to be used in this particular task, so that is written in this particular file. All the task is divided in small manner, and this will used as a one entity. It means one concept by the role structure. So this is the name of the main role structure. In this, the top level, these all are just work as a child directory. So this is the main, and under this, these all concept will work. So this is called directory structure. This is called role structure. So these are the main theoretical portion. What is the use of default and what is the use of file? See, so we can also write the variable in this particular file. See this one. So we can also write these variables. So we can write the variable directory contain static file and other types of documentation. We can maintain this in this particular folder. All the handler related information contained in this particular. And what is the meta? Meta means contain information about the role. So it will contain the information about the role like author name, license, platform, and optional role dependencies. So what is the use of task folder? So task contain the roles task definition also. And template include Jinja template also. And all the tests, if you want to use this, so you can use this also. And all the variable defined in this particular. So this is all the role structure. That is that you have to be know in this. So I have completed this one, all the predefined directories. Then now defining variable and default. So we can define the variable in which particular section? Default section also, this one. This is the default section where we can define all the variables. So these variables have low precedence and are intended to be changed and customized in the plane. So we can define the variable in this section also, and we can define the variable in where section also. So in this also variable, role variable can be defined. So see, role variables are defined by creating which particular section, where, and in this we have a file that is called YML file. It means main.yml file. So we have a key and value. It means it's called key pair value. In the role directory structure, they are referenced in the role YML file like an other variable. So if I want to call this, so we can call like this. And we can also define the variable in which section? In default section. It means default folder. And in this we have a file that is main.yml. So all the variables can be defined in this particular folder and this particular folder. So these are predefined. And if you want to call your role, so just you should define this particular parameter. So roles, under this we have two roles. So all the roles will call automatically. So using roles in the playbook is straightforward. In the following example of this, to call which particular Ansible role, how to call the role. So this is the concept, to call the role. And if you want to define the template, task, files, so you can, all these you can define this. So if you want to define the variable, and you can also define. This is the other concept also. We can call like this and we can call like this also. So we have two concepts to call. So this is the syntax that we can define. And all the handlers that we can define in this section. Suppose if we have some pre-task and we have some post-task. Pre means for this we have some requirements, pre-requirements that is to be installed first. So we can define this in this particular section. If we have some other requirements after the installation, so that is to be defined in post section. Pre means first, before the task, and after the task. So these to be defined in this. So see this one, before and after. To support such scenario, to configure this task, so that is to be listed in this particular. So before the any role, if you want to define this before any role, so that is defined in this section. After the role, so you can define in this particular section. So this is execute after the play. So before and after, these two concepts that is to be defined. So this is my pre-task. Pre-task means first use this particular, then call this particular role structure. And after completing this particular role structure, we have some post requirements also. So this is the post requirement, and after that define the handler. So this is the predefined concept. So we have some pre-requirements, post requirements, handler, and other things.
So sir, it means sir, when we write the playbook, we first write the predefined part,
yes,
and then the task, and then the post-defined part.
For any particular package we have some dependency, and the dependency is to be installed first. So that is defined in pre-section.
So we have to write before task.
Yes, before the task. It means before starting the role. So that is to be installed first.
Okay. So
and after completing the task, we have some more requirements. So that you can define in post section. Pre means first, post means after. So see this, this is the pre section. In this, just show this particular message, and after that call the role. So this is your role structure, and this is the post section. Post means after the task. So this is the whole concept that you can use. So how you will use this? We have one exercise for this that I will show you. See, reusing content with system role. We have some predefined role structure also. So beginning with RHEL 7.4, number of Ansible role has been provided with operating system as a part of this. So this is a part of OS also. We have some role structure that is to be defined in the OS also. So these are like which related KDUM, network, SE Linux. So suppose we have some task related to SE Linux. So we can use this particular role structure. If we have the time stamping also, it means we want to manage the time by using the NTP. So we have a time structure role also. And postfix, firewall, tuning, network, kdump, series. So this role is to be installed on your machine. So this is a package. So by installing this particular role package, we can use this role structure also. That can be used in RHEL 8 also. So that is available from 7.4 version. That is RHEL 7.
So before that it was not there.
Yes. So if you want to use this particular package in RHEL 4, so you should have to install this particular package in extras repository. But this particular package is available in RHEL 8 in which particular repository? Upstream. That I will tell you in yum. We have two repository, base OS and upstream. So this is the inbuilt function, but we can also use this in RHEL 7 also. It's not a part only the part of RHEL 8, it's a part of RHEL 7 also. So we can use this, no issue. So these are all the parameters that I will tell you. See, so first install this particular role structure, and if you want to check all the roles, so you can check like kdump, network, postfix, SE Linux after installation this particular package. So we can use which structure? If we have a task related to network, so we can use this one. If we have a task related to postfix, we can use this one, SE Linux, time synchronization, and the other one also. And this is the documentation, and
So
this is the
kdump?
kdump that is related to capture the information of the system when the system is corrupted. That we can use this particular kdump.
Okay.
During the installation, we show the option kdump.
Yes.
That take the space from the RAM also. So if we have corrupted my system, the information is captured in which particular kdump.
Okay,
Dump means just take the backup, just take the information, take the snapshot of your system. What is the reason behind that particular? What is? So we can check
What
this
is the
in.
reason of corrupt?
Yes, when your system is corrupted, and what is the main reason? So that is to be written in this particular location.
Okay.
So all the information it will capture.
It is automatically captured when
Yes.
you select it.
If I have enabled this one,
Yeah,
that is to be enabled by default.
Now, if we enable this, then it will be automatically
Yes.
captured it.
Yes. 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 And this is related to time synchronization. See, these are my variables, and this is my role structure. That is the default role structure. That is time sync, and this is the task. So enable the time zone. If I want to enable the time zone, and this is the tree structure. So Ansible, we have group structure, we have an inventory file, and we have this particular YML file. So by using this, we can synchronize the time. UTC, this is the role structure, and this is my task. So how to enable this? That I will show you in this example. And if I want to enable SE Linux, so we can also enable SE Linux also. So see this one. This is the block section. This is the rescue section, and enforcing booleans, that is to be enabled. File context, we can also use this. Restore, and this is the port information. That is to be used by which particular role structure? This particular role structure. Which one? So that is this, but not this. That is this particular role structure, this one. This is the role structure related to SE Linux. RHEL-system-role dot SE Linux. So we can use this. So we have one example related to exercise of this. So how to use this exercise? So this is my guided exercise. So in this, what I will perform? See, install the role, and after installing the find all the RHEL system role documentation, and we use this time synchronization. It means related to NTP server. So read this particular line, whole line. Then I will tell you. Read this line. So what is the meaning of this whole? Only this one.
Sir, it means that one system is located, one data center is located in United States and another is Finland, so that they can synchronize the data as per their time zone.
Yes. So if you have an organization and you want to maintain the time, because suppose you have update one data in your organization and you will synchronize that one. If the time is not matching, then the data will synchronize? No. So there is a related issue of the time. If I have updated the file in 1041 and the time is 1038 in your system, then it will take a delay in the synchronization. Then what you will do? So you should maintain the time of multiple organizations that you have connected to each other. So time will be same in all organizations. So see this one. You have two data center. One is located in this particular location, United States, and one is in this particular location, Finland. And to add long analysis database server across data center, so you want to synchronize which particular system clock. Each host synchronize using NTP. So you want to enable the NTP server in your organization. So this is the name of the server. So that is NTP, Network Time Protocol Server. So that is used to synchronize the time of all the system of your organization. And we want to maintain this. So the time zone will be same. Suppose we have a time zone that is related to, that is India. It means Asia, Kolkata. So different time zone you should have to select, because the time zone for this is different and time zone for this is different, and we want to synchronize this by using the which one? NTP server. So you want to maintain the time synchronization by using the NTP server. See this one, and by using, this is my NTP server name, and you want to synchronize the time of both the organization, then we can maintain the NTP server, and this is the name of the package that is to be installed for this particular server. So Crony is the package name that you should have to be installed.
So sir, you told me just now that if my time is 10:38 and you have installed in 10:41, there is a 2 minutes gap. So it will take time.
Yes.
So if we use NTP server, then
the time will synchronize.
The time will match.
Yes, the time will match and data will be synchronized.
Okay.
According to the time. So we want to maintain the time in your organization according to your time zone, and my organization according to my time zone.
Like
because
USA has a 13 hours gap. 11,
so
11
that will also maintain that. I want to also maintain. If you have a 10:30 in India and 11:30 in other country, so the time will also be maintained. 10:30 in your organization and 11:30 in my organization. So gap will be maintained. So I want to maintain the time zone in different country according to different time zone. In my country, in my time zone. So we want to maintain these two time zone by using the NTP server. Then what you will do for this? So this is the scenario for this one. that I will use. See this. So we have, see this, data center, and by using which particular role structure? By using the default role structure that is enabled in your system, and we want to maintain this. So I will show this. See this one. This is my group, and in this group we have two. Which one is the inventory file? Where is the inventory file? This is Asia, Tokyo. This is the different one, and this is my data center. This is my post, and see this. This is the different data center, and this is the different data center. And I want to maintain this. The time zone is Chicago. This is the different one, and this is the different one. And I want to maintain this. This is the different. This is the different. So by using the role structure, but I am using which particular concept? Role structure concept. Then we can maintain this one. So by using which one? So we require the NTP server for this. So we have two machines, server A machine, server B machine. One is related in this one, and one is related in this one. So both will be synchronized according to your time zone, not my time zone. See this. This is the last one. So here is it's 6:27. Here this is 22:27. See, this is
It is morning 6.
This is Wednesday. This is Tuesday.
Tuesday.
But this month is same. So the gap is 1 day. Not so. This is the different one, and this is the different one. So that I will show you whole exercise. See, first go to this particular location. So we have a folder. So goes to this particular folder, and in this we have some pre-requirements file. So we have one Ansible file. So this is the inventory file, and this is the path of your role. How you will find this particular path? So that is it. Dot means in a current working directory. We have a folder. Folder name is roles. So it will search first in this particular location, and if not available in this, it will search in share Ansible role structure. If not available in this, so we have three locations. This is the default location. These are all the default locations. We have three locations where it will search which particular path. Suppose if you want to search a bike, where you will go?
In shop.
In a bike shop. And if you want to purchase some clothes, where you will go? In a cloth
shop.
Cloth shop. So this is the location. Location means path.
Where it will be available.
Yes. So it will search this role structure. So Ansible search the particular handler, particular task, particular variable in which location? Predefined location, where it will search automatically. If not available, then the task will interrupt. So this is my which file? Ansible's configuration file. So we should have written this path in which location? In this particular file. And we have a inventory file also. So this is my inventory. So see this one, we have control node also. So this is the workstation, and this is the NA data center, this is the Europe data center, and this is the database. So in this we have only just two machines, server A machine and server B machine. So this is Europe data center, and this is different data center. So we have control node, that is workstation, NA data center, that is NA means A machine, and Europe, that is a B machine. We have a data server. So if I put this particular, so whole the concept will execute in this machine also and this machine also. If I want to execute this in this machine, and only the task will perform in this one. So we have four groups. First is control node group, second is NA data center, third Europe, and last one, that is database. But machines are only three, 1, 2, and 3. not more than 3. So this is, and what is in this particular directory? So we have a file, that is a requirement file, and what is in this I will show you. See this, this is the predefined role structure. From Galaxy, go to this location, go to GitHub. This is predefined script.
It is already installed.
That is to be downloaded from the internet. So we have some predefined communities, and that community will create the role structure. So you can download this. So see this, from I perform this, then goes to this location, then this is an Ansible Galaxy. This is the command to check which role you have in your system. It
If
means
you want to download, then from
this will check this role in your current working directory. See this one, this is your current working directory, and this is your USR share Ansible role. All are the roles. The folder will be, the name is role. This is predefined, but location is etc. The location is USR. The location is home directory. This is in home directory. This is in USR. This is in etc. But in this is share. This is Ansible, and this is role system. That is this one that you have selected. So see, in my, what is the current location? This one. See this and this, that is to be same. See this is the same, and in this we have a role folder. See this one, we have a role folder. Folder is
role.
Yes. So this name will be same in all condition. The folder name is only role. You cannot use roles. Then what you will do, just use this particular command to check the list. See, this is my role that is contained in home directory, USR location, etc location. All are the name is same. So this is the location. See, use this command to verify no role are initiated variable for the using Ansible project. So this is your current location, this is your USR location, this is your Ansible location. So we have 3 directories that is to be defined for the role structure. Indicate the role path entry. So you always search the role structure in which location? This location, this location, this location. These are predefined. So first you should have to install this. So install this particular package, and just
why, sir, we are using?
I am working with student user.
Student user, okay. So root directory link.
Yes. So it will take the root privilege. So the package to be installed by the root user. Super user do. It means
yes, super user.
So this role structure has been installed. Now check again. Now we have these all. So I have the installed the role structure. So this is KDUM, this is network, this is postfix, this is SE Linux, this is timesync, KDUM, network, postfix, SE Linux, timesync. So these all are the same. See this one.
So why twice it is? Because 2 roles are written.
This is, see, unknown version.
Because see, it is USR and one is home. So that is the reason it is 2 repeated.
Yes. First is written in this location, second is written in this location,
Okay.
and in this there is nothing. So create a playbook. What is the name of your playbook? Configure times. Because I want to maintain the time synchronization. So give the name of the playbook. So write the playbook. So just vim here and give any name, and what you have to written in this. So just written the path of the role structure. In which machine you want to synchronize this? In database center, database server, not a center. So this is the role, and you should have to define this particular role. And after this, completing this, the role documentation contain the description of this one. So if you want to maintain this all, if you want to check this all, so we have a location, that is readme file. So it's a documentation file described of each role variable, including the default value of the variable, determine the role variables to override to meet the requirements for the time synchronization. So place role variable value in the file name, that is times sync.yml. So that is to be defined. So see this one, this is my NTP server, that is predefined, and this the last one, that is called cronny. So which package is used in NTP? So that is a cronny. If you want to check this in your system, you can also check this. See this one. So we have a package name rpm-q chrony. See, this is the package name, and systemctl status cron d. This is the daemon name for which one? NTP. To if you want to maintain the NTP, what is the daemon name? Cron d. What is the package name? Cronny. And in my system, cronny is also available. How much RAM it will use? This is the PID. This is running in my system, that is to be enabled, and this is the Indian Standard Time, and my system is run 57 ago minute. So this is
it is the time when we start the system.
See, we have a yes my configuration file for cronny also. So see this one. This is the cronny.conf, and in my system the NTP is enabled. In my system the NTP is enabled, and I will show. So that is enabled by default the internet. So this is the iburst, this is the pool name, this one. So that is the predefined pools where it will take automatically from the internet also, and allow this one. We have one other concept also. No, there is no other. So see, then I will show you this. So just save this particular file. See, so go to this particular location. What is the location of this? So go to this particular location, check the information. So just vim here and go to this particular location. So first, this is the time sync, that is the predefined role that is to be written in this particular, which is the protocol, NTP, network time protocol. This is the warning related information. This is the role variable.
So what is the in above there is PTP is there. PTP means PTP implementation.
PTP is the different one that I will show you. Then I will check first, then I will tell you. List of PTP domain. Okay, I will check this. And
because it's showing NTP or PTP. So that
yes.
That's why I know.
So this is the role structure that NTP time server. Where is NTP time server? This one. So you just write the name of your machine, the time will synchronize automatically. This is my machine name, but I will change this. This is my second machine name. This is my third machine name. ibus means this is the parameter that is to be used to update, to synchronize the time between server and client. And this one also. And what is the last one? So that is cronny. So where is cronny? Cronny, where is cronny?
Cronny is the last.
This one. So this is the package that you can use for this, that is by default enabled and that is by default active also.
Active.
If we have no services active or enabled, then this particular package to be installed. So you should have to install this and enable this. But by default that is enabled in NTP in Linux, not NTP, in Linux. So I will just quit this one. So this is just the review, to check the review the whole concept. See this one. What is this? Just review this. Check, this is predefined. You don't need to define this. So this is also predefined and this is also predefined. Which one? That is chrony. In RHL 6, NTPD is used. NTPD, not chrony. In RHL 6, but
Okay.
only in RHL 6. 7, that is same. So just create a
In
folder.
7 or 7.4?
Only 7. Only 7.
Any 7?
Only 6, that is NTPD, not chrony. So in RHL 7, the name will change. So just create a folder like name. So the name is group_var/all. So this is the folder name, and in this we have a also folder. If I don't write this one P, so it will not create this first, then this. So both are to be created. So first this and after then this. If you want to check, so just go to group vars and check this. All folder will create and create a new file. File name is this one, timesync.yml file. So I want to update the time of all machines by using this particular YML file. So just create this. Just go to the location of this. So this file will create by using the Vim and by using any text editor. Add variable definition to satisfy the time synchronization requirements. So you should have to write this one. So just copy this and open this, paste this, and thus arrange this. So I burst. This is the same. So indentation should be matched. IBus means to synchronize the time. So it will update time from which particular server. So this is the name of your server. Classroom.example.com is NTP server name. But first, if you want to use this, so you should have to create NTP server first. If you don't have the NTP, so you can use internet NTP server also. That is already enabled in a pool also. See this. These are predefined pools. See, these are the predefined pools. So that is to be enabled in from the internet also. So these are also NTP servers. So you can use this one, this one, this one, and this one. So see, this is the same. This. So hostname it will take this one. So just enable this and just save this. And after this, what I will do, if you want to check the Ansible doc file and you want to check the example, so tell me the meaning of this particular whole line. What is the meaning of this whole line? Tell me. Because I have already told you about the grep command. So what is the use of this particular grep command? Check and tell me.
The graph, it will be take from this folder
Yes.
to execute the time.
Read this whole first, then tell me. So just what is the meaning of this particular? So it will search 4 line where example is written. This is my example, and after this is 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, 4 line. If I write just 2, then what it will print me? See, only just 2 line. After the example, it will print me 2 line. So it will also count the space also. This is the blank line, white space. That is called white space. So if I want to write the 5 line here, So it will show me the 5 line. See this one,
including space.
including space. If I want to check 10 line, then see these are the all 10 lines. But I want to check this, what is the information of time zone. So there is a time zone, and this is the Asia, Tokyo, Asia, Kolkata, Asia, other. So all the time zone you can search. So you don't need to remember this whole thing. Just change this one only. So Asia, Kolkata.
So if I need to change from Tokyo to India, then we have to write Kolkata or India.
In India, we have a data centers. Then we have to write Kolkata.
Okay.
If we have the data center in other country, then you should have to write the time zone of that particular country. So this is the concept. So I will show, just check 4 line. Okay. If I don't like this, then what is will print? It will print me the whole thing.
Entire document.
Entire document. So it will print whole like this, all the examples. See this. This is the example. If you want to search this one, then you should write this one. Then these lines will print. If you want to search notes only, these line print. If you want to search this one, these line will print. If you want to search this one, these line will print. And what you want to print, you should have to define. So this line will print. I want to print this line. So I will search only this one. So see, we have a configuration, post configuration and pre-configuration. After the installation of this one, I want some other task also. So add a task in post task. This is to be written in post task. So see this, this is my post task. After completing the role structure, perform this particular task. So I want to define in which particular playbook, this particular playbook. So goes to the location of this one. So just
sir,
win.
After the task,
after the role structure, the task will perform that is written in this particular parameter, like just handler, block section.
So it will go to handler to update it.
Handler that is written, that is work in the all the task will perform. Handler, the task that is written in handler perform on the end of the performing the all tasks.
Okay, at last.
In the last. Handler always will work in the last. But this is after performing the role structure, what you should have to do. Then perform which particular task? This particular task.
Okay,
so see,
like that key after installing, the system should be restart.
Yes. See this one. Add a task in post sections. This is post section of your play. Name of the playbook is this one. Model the task after the example from the documentation. Use the post underscore time zone variable. The documentation, this is the cron service that I will tell you, cron D. This is the name of your service, module time zone. So this is for the scheduling. Which one is used? This is not a CH, this is a CRON for scheduling. See this, cron the job, and just place a notifier. So I want to place the notifier. So handler will call the, so just note the notify this and just call which handler. So the service will be restart for which one? Cron D. So I will perform this and just goes to the location and yes, it's working. So where is the post task? See, so just read this, copy and paste. Just I and arrange this.
Okay, it will take from the set time zone.
Yes, this is my time zone,
And call will be from
and
host time zone.
this will call this particular variable and just notify this. So this is my post task. This is the module name,
Module.
and this is the name. It means for this particular host underscore time, this is the variable that I will define later. This is the variable name. So it will call this particular variable, and this is the notifier. If any change in this will notify, and this is the name. And I will define this particular name in handler. So handler will restart that particular task. So see, this is the role structure, and this is the post structure, and this is the last one. See this one, add a cron handler for synchronizing your time. So you should have to define this one. So just copy this and paste here. And this is the name of your handler, and this is the name of the module, and I want to start the service name is cron d. Cron d is used for scheduling, and this has been complete. Yes, this has been completed. So see, this has been completed, and after this, for each data center, create a file named timezone.yml contain. So I will create a folder by using this particular name. So just close this. So I will save this whole. Then create a directory by using the name of this one. So I will create a directory mkdir-pv by using this particular name. So this has been created. See, where is group underscore where, and check. We have all directory, we have this particular directory, this has this particular. So I will define some variable in this one also. So see, this has been created, and after then check the time zone. So I will check the time zone. Just grab here, and which particular time zone I want to check. Chicago. See, this is America, Chicago. So we should have to write this. And if I want to check this one, then just check this one also. So we have a command, time date ctl command, to check all the list of your time zone. Then just this is to check. So note down this particular time date ctl list time zone. If you want, just write here Kolkata. Just see this one. This is Asia, Kolkata. So it will search automatically. If you don't know what is this, so just type -i and just CKOL. Just type star. It will automatically capture all the values. Bangkok, this one, Kolkata, all the values which contain KO.
Okay, KO from KO it will take.
If you don't know what is my time zone, so you just type the starting keyword to search. I means ignore the case sensitivity. If there is a K in capital, if the K is in small letter, no issue. So I have checked this and create this particular file. So just create the file, and this one. So I will create the file like this. And which location? In this particular location. So this is the location. So echo host underscore name. What is the value of host underscore time zone? America, Chicago.
So what is the use of this?
this will redirect the whole thing in which particular file. This is the name of your file. File name is timezone.yml. So this is the file. So just that is created in NA data center folder. This is the folder that I have created earlier, and this is the name of your file. File means your playbook file. So just send this and create another file by using this particular name, and that is this one. So it will redirect in which location? This particular location. So this is the another file. Now check again. ls group where's, and in this we have one file that is written in this particular Europe. Check what is the name of the file. This one. What is written in this one? This particular. So I want to check what is written in this particular file. Just cat here. Just cat and check what is in this file. Hostname value. What is this? Is the name of your variable. The variable value is Europe Helsinki. And what is the other one? That is in this we have a file that is NA data center, and in this we have a time zone value that is America. So this is the name is the variable is same. This is the variable name. The value for this, that is this one, and the value for this, that is, because this is a different country, this is a different country, it will automatically change this particular value according to machine. We have a two group name. The first group name is NA data center, and the other one is Europe data center. So that the PC that is contained in this particular group automatically take in this particular group automatically take. So according to the group, the machine, the task will perform. In this, the value is this. It means in which particular machine? Europe machine. It will take this one. And which machine? NA data center. It means server A machine. The time zone is this one. So it will automatically capture the value according to the machine. Then perform this particular playbook. First, I will check the syntax check. Done. And I want to perform this. If there is no issue, then this will perform. It will take time and show me some errors also. And see how many okay here? 17. How many change here? 6. How many skip here? 20. Skip. And how many ignore? How many ignore?
Ignore.
That. See this one. After performing this, it will show me how many okay is 17. How many change is 6. How many skip is 20. And how many ignore is? So it will automatically capture all the values. Ignore, start, skip, some concept. So I am not doing nothing. The role structure perform automatically hold the concept. Sometime it will ignore this. Skip this automatically. It will automatically skip, ignore, okay, and how many chains?
Okay, skip doesn't
It means we have only 6 chains.
Skip doesn't mean that there is an error.
If we have need some skip, just skip
So
this
we will
one.
skip it.
If we need the ignore, it will ignore automatically. So we don't type anything. Ignore underscore task. So we don't need to write the task related to skip also, the task related to ignore also. I am not writing these words, these parameter, but it will perform automatically.
Automatically taken.
So see this. First skip this one, skip this one, skip this one. Then perform the handler. See this. Handle will work. Then time zone will select. Handler will work. And your task will complete. So now I want to check. See the line. So this is the last one. And you want to check this. So I want to check in those machine. We have server A machine, server B machine. Which particular group? Database servers. See, I will show you. I will show this cat inventory file. Cat inventory file. See, we have a data center. In this, we have two machines, server A machine, server B machine. And I want to check the time zone is selected or not. So, copy this line again and perform this. The time zone has been changed. Here the time zone is CST and here this is, that is EET. The time is 23:48 and the time is 7:48:57. This is 22, this is 23. The date is changed. So according to the time zone, it will automatically capture the value. Suppose if you are in India and the time is 11:19, so time is 11:19. If you are in a other country, the time will automatically according your country.
Okay.
So
So
it
sir,
will,
synchronization will be happen of this country will be happen at this time.
yes.
And if
So
if
all
you
the
update in
machine,
server,
all the machine will take time according to your time zone,
okay,
not the same time zone.
same time zone.
NTP will maintain this one. According to the country also, according to the time zone also, it will automatically maintain.
Yes, sir, I got it now.
Then this exercise will complete. So this is EEST, this is CDS, but in my machine this is different. CST and EET. So now this exercise will complete. So I will finish this one. So resume the recording. So I will start. I have completed the last exercise related to this, and in this I will create the manual role structure also.
It is a manual way.
Yes, in a manual way. So this is predefined, and this is the for manual. After completing, so we can create the role structure directory by your own, and you can also define the role content and role in a playbook also. So how to create the role directory structure? So this is the location. Ansible location, USR location, and ETC location. And if you want to create this particular role structure, so what is the command? So command related to this, that is Ansible Galaxy. So first create a folder related to the roles. So this is mandatory, and goes to in this location and just create this, write this particular command Ansible-Galaxy and initialize this. And you can provide any name. Suppose you want to create a project related to Ansible, web server, Apache, database. So just provide a name here. And this role structure will automatically create all the folders. If you don't know what are the folders that have to be created, so in this particular location, all the directory structure will create. And after that, if you define some task, open this particular file, main file, write these particular tasks. And if you want to define the template file, so goes to this particular location, this template location, create this particular file, that is a Jinja template for templating. So create this particular file. And if you want to define the variable, then where you can define this in this particular folder. So define this particular variable also. And if you want to define some other concept like related to dependencies, so just write this dependencies meta. And in this we have a file that is main.yml. So these are all the dependency related information that you can write this in this particular folder. So all the folders, dependencies, and just create a main file using the role main. So this is the main, and perform this particular task by using DevOps user. Perform this in this particular, and by using which particular role? The role is MOTD. And then you can perform this particular playbook. Then the role structure will perform automatically. If you want to change the behavior of the variable, just you can create these two particular folder. And if you want to perform the task on this particular machine and in a group, so you can define this like this. So that is performed according to the hostware and according to the groupware also. So I will show this whole thing in this particular exercise. So how to use this particular exercise and what is the main role. So this is the outcome for this. And so I will start this exercise. So now, so first run this particular command and go to this particular location. So just go to this particular location, and after performing this, create a directory by using which name? Role,
name.
and goes to the location of this.
CTP.
So tell me the Rahul, what is the meaning of this one? This particular, this one.
Separation.
Yes. So this is a different command. If I want to perform more than one command, then we can use this particular semicolon. So this will goes automatically to this location. So at this time I am this location. It will create first and then move to this location. In this we have to create these all. So just create this, initialize by using which particular name? Any name you can define this, the role structure. So see here, there is no folder at this time. If I will initiate this particular Ansible Galaxy command, so just I have missed a spelling. So this role structure will create automatically, and just check what is the name of this one, this, and tree, just use tree command in this, check.
Okay, tree will be automatically informed.
Check you. So in this we have a folder name is default. It will automatically create this whole structure. You don't need to create this one. It will automatically create this. So you can use default, files, handler, but these are all the blank. There is no information in this. If you download this thing from the internet, then all are to be written automatically.
Okay.
So this is the file, handler, meta, task, template, test, where's, all are written here. So we have 9 directory and how many files? 8 files. And what is the next one? So just goes to this particular location. So see this one. So if I don't need to this one, these all, then you can delete this one also. That you need, then you can use that one. So if you don't need this, so just remove this. So just ls. See, we have only which one? Only files, handler, meta, task, and template. Because my task is not related to any other one. So just delete this one. So there is no need. Then goes to the location and see this cd ... to exit from. So this is my role, and this is my Jinja template. This is my inventory. This is my Ansible. Then edit main dot file by using task parameter. So goes to the location of this and just write this. So just vim here, just goes to the location of this. So this is blank. Then go to the end of the line. Just remove hash sign and write these lines. Which line? So just install the package of yum. This is my first task. So this is my first task. So by using yum module, this is the name of your yum module, that is httpd. The status is latest. And just enroll task. This is your second task. Additional code that is to be written in this. So just start the HTTP service. So this is the other task. So write the second task. So by using the service module, this is the name of my service, state is started and enabled is. So just save this file. This is the main task that is written in task folder. See, add another stanza, use template. So this is the Jinja template file that is to be written in which location? template location.
Template location.
So etc http conf.d we host and manage this one. So goes to this location and write this one also. But okay. This is the another stranger that is to be written in this also. This is the task also. This is the task also. If you want to define this particular, then you have to go to the location. So add another stranger to use template module to create this particular file. File name is vhost.conf. So this is the configuration file of yum. Sorry, stdpd. Which one? This is the configuration file of stdpd that is written in this particular location. All the configuration file maintained in etc location.
TG location.
Goes to this location. This is the file, and this is the name of your configuration file. So
Owner by root.
yes. See this one. That is written in which location? Main.yml file. That is contained in this location.
Task location.
Yes.
Group owner root. ये
So
बता
I have complete 2 tasks. This is the last stanza that is to be maintained in this
Template.
particular file. So just copy this whole and goes to the location of this again, and just move end of the line. So just this template. This is the template, this is the source, and this is the destination. And what is the owner of this file? So root should be a owner, and this is the group owner of this file. This is the permission for this, and this is the notify. If there is any change in the configuration file, then the service should be
Notify.
restart. The service should be
Restart.
restart. So we should have to define the notify here.
And notify
it
to
will
whom,
check.
sir? It will be.
It will notify this particular file. If there is change in this file, if there is change in this file, this will notify this. Just notice this
Okay.
and inform to handler.
Okay.
Then handler will restart the service. This is not used for the restarting. This is just notify. Just check the notification. If there is a update,
Update is come.
then it will inform to handler. Handler will restart the service.
Okay. Notify means it is forwarding the
Yes, it
message
will
to
store
handler.
the value.
Store the value.
When there is any change, it will store the value in which particular variable. This is the name of the variable. This will work as a variable. This is the variable name. It will store the update in which location? In variable.
Variable.
Variable store the value. Update value. Then the value
Will
will
notify
inform to handler.
handler.
Then handler restart the service. So this is the concept. So see, this is the name of your template. This is the source. Source is Jinja template file. Destination is, this is my configuration file. If there is any change in my configuration file, it will check and inform to handler. So this is the meaning of this. So notify, inform to handler. Then see this, save this file. So I will save this particular file. So just save this file and create a handler. So handler I will define in which section? In handler folder.
Handler folder.
In which particular file? File name is same. So goes to the location of this. So just goes to the roles and just vim here, just roles. And in this we have handler. In handler we have a file. File name is main.yml, and this is blank. That is by default created, but that is blank. So I will just write some line here. So these are my lines to restart the service. So just write this and just maintain this. This is the service and this is the name and this is the state. So this has to be. Then see, what is the meaning of this one? Move this particular Jinja template file in which location? If I have no template file, then this will not work. See, this will not work. So we should have to move this particular file Jinja template file. In which location? In template folder. So it automatically take this particular Jinja template file. See, I have a template file that is in my current location, but I want this file in a roles template folder. So just MB means to cut this. Which particular file? This file, and move this in roles. In roles, which particular file? In this particular template file. So just move this in this particular file. So just move this in this particular template location. So just move this. So see, this has been completed. Then this is the last one. Create a HTML web page. In which location? In file section. In file folders. This is the directory where you should have to retain. So just create a folder again in this. The name of the folder is HTML. The name of the folder is HTML. So see this one, and in this create this particular simple index. So this is the content that is to be placed in which particular file? Index.html file. So just echo here and goes to the location of this one and just cat and move to this location. See, and see this one. So test my vhost role to make sure it work properly, and this is the whole concept that is to be written in. So write a playbook that use the rule. So here we should have to define the all concept. This is the pre-task, this is my role task, this is my post task. So this is the main playbook, it means master playbook, and this is the debug. So I will create this particular master file. It means this is the main file. So just Vim here, give any name and just write these all. This is my host. This is pre-task. This is related to pre-task. Debug this one, and this is related to the message, and this is the role. Role is, this is the name of my role, my vhost, and this is the post task, and this is the this. So just copy. I want to copy.
Role name can be different also.
This is the predefined roles. This
No,
is
no,
the
no.
role structure.
My host, my vhost.
This is the name that I have created already. That is created by using which particular name? This one. What is the name of this? This is the
my
role
vhost.
structure name that I have created. In this we have how many directories? These all directories
Are there
related to default, where's, test, and other one. All the directories containing this
My
particular main
vhost.
directory. So I will show what is the last one. So I have created this also. So this is my post. This completed, and just copy this last line. So goes to the end and just copy and paste this. So this is my source and this is my destination. So this is the destination, and this is related to the post installation. Debug this and just message. See, name, copy. Okay, we have one mistake also here. So just indentation will change. So this is the name of the module. By using this module, this is my source. So goes to this location. Goes to this location, and this is the destination location, and this is the debug. So this has been completed, and at the end check the syntax check. So just save this file and just do a syntax check. Ansible hyphen playbook and hyphen syntax check. Syntax hyphen syntx syntax hyphen chgck. There is no error in this, and just run this particular. So I will run this. So it will perform OK, that is 8, change that is 5, and just check your web server is ready or not. So you can check this. So OK 8 and change 5, and just check this, and I want to check the service is active or not. So I will check. So see, my web server is ready, that is active. And if you want to check web server A, that is enabled or not, so we can also use here is enabled, that is enabled or not, is enabled. So just check that is enabled also. We have two tasks, first is starting, second is enabled. So all is working, and see, this is the configuration file content. So check this, and which location? In this particular location. This is the location. See. This one. So server, this one, this all created automatically. All of these things. And just if you want to check the index.html file, so just check this. Check index.html file. What is index.html file? Simple index that I have written, and this is the URL information. This is the related to the URL information. So just check for the URL information, and this is my module name, and module name is URI module. This is the module, and hyphen a means argument that I want to pass, and just remove one. Just check. This is the syntax. What is written in this one? So the content is simple index. Your web page is open. So there's no need to go to this that particular machine. We can check from control node
machine only.
So this is simple, and just if you want to curl this, so just you can check by using the curl command also.
So sir, like control node handles the manage host.
Yes, yes. And just end the session. So this whole exercise will complete. Thank you.